And the Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Illinois' offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to do.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. To the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
The play action fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes. Front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He might be afraid to kick it to him there after the first punt was taken back to the house. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Michigan's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore.
Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
From the gun, the ground game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Unloads quickly. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Might be calling a hot route. Shotgun snap on third down. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clay. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. He's running free down the middle. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Illini. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Takes the handoff. It's Suggs. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Clay. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got him wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Michigan! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Stout. And he just threw that one away. Safe move. Didn't see anything. Lived to play another play. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Working that left side now. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quick release by the QB.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Just keep slinging it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 4. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Handoff from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. There he goes. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Illinois! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point is good. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Defenses have some work to do to slow down these high-powered attacks as we start the second quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Clay.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
That's caught. It's Aurora. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
On the run, it sucks. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go right back to it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football.
And to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Firing to the right, complete. On the move is the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 14 to Auburn. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that puts him directly at 100 rushing for the day. He's shown you a little bit of everything, right? Shown you the speed, shown you the quickness, the ability to break tackles, and obviously some durability to now get up to 100 yards on the day.
Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Shoots it to the left. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He'll try the left side. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So here comes the Michigan offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. They're going to test the right side with this one. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The run to the left. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Stout. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Back to throw time running short in the half. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the 1st half on 1st and 10. Maybe a double pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to...
Turning it on! He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverine! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clear. We're not done. We got the lead, but we're going to come out in this second half, and we're going to be explosive, create some big plays, and they do. On the first drive, setting the tone, saying we are going absolutely nowhere.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Fires to the wideout. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
To throw, it's Stout. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. What he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got him. There he goes. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, in that kind of situation, in that field position on your own side of the field, 3rd and short, defense was definitely thinking run, and instead they throw the football, they catch him off guard. It's an explosive play, now setting up 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Back to throw. It's Stout. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better.
Touchdown, Illini! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The give to the back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught behind the line. It's Suggs.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Now, a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Grabs it in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets...
Oh, it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a huge...
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach is calling timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Gets it to him on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harbor. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Stout. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Touchdown, Illinois! Somehow, they got up off the deck, they fought back, and they've tied the game.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. On the run from inside his own 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the... And Illinois has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. They'll leave it with it. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really... the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, going to the air. The short hands, it's Aurora. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Aurora. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Suggs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running behind that left side. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late with the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the...
Touchdown, Michigan! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Quickly complete. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Illinois, after that big gainer, might want to see if that works again. Looking downfield, it's Stout. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Finds his tight end. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to break the field position with the return.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Flying out to the left.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quickly to the tight end. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. Looking downfield, it's Stout. Fires to the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They're working that left side. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Lewis. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Stout. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the 1st down and more. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Gets the back moving. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Back to pass, it's Stout. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.